This isn't just the camp before Gaines Mill. Immediately after, we're forced to fight another major battle at Malvern Hill. What I do here has implications for there, and under the house rules, losses during the battle itself will determine what I can do there. Fortunately, the Confederate Army is slightly weaker than it was prior to Secure River. Not much, but it's nice to see that the enemy didn't get stronger at least. Vanilla Gaines Mill is typically very one-sided for the Union, so I hope to get similar results here. I could put my career point into logistics to put additional weapons into the shop prior to Malvern Hill, but I invest in economy instead. Getting distracted by other paths would only make me wonder whether I should invest more. I've upped army organization as necessary to bring the maximum number of brigades to each battle, but other than that, I prefer to focus on the lines I consider most important, and I think the number of weapons available is adequate. That let me clear the weapons I need at a nice discount. Pretty soon I'll have enough Springfield 61 rifles to make them standard issue. I don't have enough of the rarer stuff to field certain weapon systems, but I plan to test those revolving rifles at Malvern Hill at least. My army is a mess, so it'll take some time shuffling units around to decide how best to merge. I'm currently over the unit limit, so I have to if I want more to participate.
Yes, sir.
Only one kernel left, but I'll make it work. With such a wide range of unit sizes, I'm obviously not going to merge everyone to uniform strength. But it doesn't matter much. I can bleed down larger units to grind veterancy, and depleted units can be merged with rookies later. These units will be a bit bigger than my previous average size of 1500, but it's not a bad time to make that transition.
Form line!
I could easily fold Lindsay into Marshall's brigade, but place him in the 3rd Corps to sit out the battle instead. I'm sure someone will need light replacements after Gaines Mill, and when they do, he'll be there. Now that the infantry are at effective fighting strength, I have to decide how to arm them. I usually put smoothbore muskets in the 4th Division, so I know where to find them in the heat of battle. In my first ever campaign, I filled this division with nothing but reserve artillery, and had success with that, until the 2nd day of Chancellorsville, when the game automatically deployed them isolated and directly in the path of Stonewall Jackson's attack. Lesson learned. I've fielded balanced divisions ever since.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Looks like Keys is needed in the first corps to avoid efficiency penalties.
Yes, sir.
That leaves the second corps with just one high-level colonel.
Form line.
Rather than buy a general, I'll combine rookie infantry in battle for less experienced colonels to command directly. Not sure if this is a bug, but no matter how high army organization boosts maximum brigade size, currently 4,000 for me, only units with a sum of 3,000 men or less can be combined in battle. If there were one thing I could change about the mod, it would be that.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
2,000 Lorenz rifles for 13 reputation. As weapons, that's hard to justify when I could get 1750 Springfield 61 rifles for 9 reputation, with only a minor decrease in performance. The only other consideration is the monetary value of the rifles. It would currently cost $64,000 to buy 2,000 Lorenz rifles outright. Even then, I'd get a better dollar to rep ratio by buying $100,000 with 18 reputation instead. And of course, selling them would yield even less. Even max economy won't boost that return enough to make it worth it for me. For these reasons, I forego government support and take the additional morale instead. I'd like to bring some of these skirmishers. Merging will allow more of them to participate, but I'm limited to brigades of 550 men or less by my army organization. Thanks to diligently purchasing every top-of-the-line Harper's Ferry rifle I could get, I can arm them exceptionally well. When I first tested skirmishers with these weapons at Shiloh, I was impressed by their performance. I assumed they'd be no better than the Springfield 61 because overall shooting damage is almost the same, and skirmishers aren't units you want in melee. But the improved fire rate of the Maynard tape system means more volleys. That means more morale damage, and that makes a huge difference. Historically, it was a contrivance that was probably never actually used in battle, but for diversity's sake, the mod charitably assumes it was worked out. There was an attempt to research a metallic tape to get around its infamous susceptibility to water, but by then the damage was already done, and both sides fell back on what was known to work, the tried and true percussion cap.
Yes, sir.
Considering what's available in the shop, are there any additional weapons I want? You know what, I've got plenty of money, so let's start buying every revolver available. It'll take some time to accumulate these weapons, but once I can field cavalry, they'll be extremely dangerous. In fact, let's equip those Colts right now. The Confederate Army is much larger, of course, but that's not necessarily a bad thing with a strong defensive position. More kills, more captured weapons, and more experience, assuming I avoid taking many more losses. I also have more guns than the Confederates now, so that's going to make defending even easier.